Hello there folks, it is TIJ Gaming and welcome back to the FM21 Conquering the Euro save with Everton. It is episode 2 of season 9 today, and in today's episode we have the biggest match of the season yet. We go away to Stamford Bridge, see if we are really as good as we think, and then we host Roma in the first Champions League game of the season. So, it's been going pretty well so far. We're top of the league, we've got the most goals in the league, we've conceded the least. It's looking pretty good. There's 5 teams that are unbeaten at the moment. Everton, Man United, Leeds, Chelsea and Southampton. And hopefully we're going to make that 4 today. Not with us losing, with Chelsea losing of course. So the first 4 games have been really good for us. Of course you saw the first one on camera. And then we had our first home game of the year. And we absolutely battered Leicester. We beat them 6-1. We had some brilliant possessional stats. As you can see. Well, actually, I'm trumping myself here. Only 50% of possession, but trust me, in the first half an hour, we must have had 70% possession. It might have been in this Newcastle game, potentially, then, where we had a lot of possession. There we go, 60% against Newcastle. We beat them away 2-0, and also beat Watford at home 2-0. But Man United have been keeping up with us. It really seems that, to be honest, to beat Man United, you've got to go and beat them and everybody else. They've got a tough game in Watford coming up later, but Manchester United are a real good force. We've had a really good start to the season. 4 wins in 4. Hopefully we can go and beat Chelsea today. Don't think there's anything else to note, particularly since the last episode. I don't think there's been any transfers. There has been one, actually. I'm glad we looked at that. We've brought in a very good namesake, Neil Dick, from Rangers. He's gone back out on loan, but he looks a bit of a whopper, this kid does. Again, another scout recommendation. Right winger, coming in to replace Reece Nelson really next year, but I wanted to send him back out on loan there because he wasn't going to get a spot this year with Harrison Solskjaer now. But you can see he's already a 4.5-star player, could be a 5-star player, £18 million. He looks a bit of a whopper, but if we win the league, can't believe I just said that. If we win the league this year, we probably won't be seeing a lot of him. But you know what? We'll invest for the future for Everton, and he seemed really too good to miss. Now, we've got a few players out for this game against Everton, which doesn't really help. We have got Deji Satona, who's out with an injury, and Benito Owen as well is short of fitness. So we're having to play Hamilton Sierra out on the left with Lorenzo in the centre attacking midfield. Apart from that, we've got Juan Larios out at left back, so Livramento replaces him. Pat Meyer plays at right back. But the good thing now is, beforehand we were really struggling with squad depth, but now we've brought in those players to make the replacements, then it's not so much of a struggle. But a game against Frank Lampard is going to be tricky. There's been an update to FM as well, so I'm guessing that we'll have the lovely classic of we've been playing really well, and it's all going to go to pot now. But let's see what's changed with the game. I'm interested to see that. It's the January transfer update, of course, generally, but there are some little tweaks. But we've won our first 5 games of the year, not dropped points yet, of course. Won the Community Shield against Man United. I am hoping for the best today to take 3 points. I mean, I guess I'd take a draw away at Stamford Bridge, but these games are really going to be critical, I think, for where the Premier League lands this year, because I think, I'm fairly sure anyway, that it's going to be either ourselves, Chelsea, or Man United that win the league. You know, we've been, I would say, third best for a number of years now. Well, 2 years, I guess. And Chelsea won the league the year before last. Man United won the league last year. Therefore, it's going to be one of us. I'll tell you what, I thought that FM was really going to try and wind us up early on here and actually get Chelsea to score in the first 30 seconds. But let's see how we go. We've gone with our positive mentality today. As you can see, very good possession to start with, nearly 60% of possession. Can we make something happen with it? Because we've seen sides before where we've only had 40% of possession, yet 1-2 or 3-0. So possession isn't everything in this game. And Chelsea very nearly take an early lead. Good stuff from Diego Costa to stop it there. Of course, former Chelsea player, but not him. Can't complain at the goalkeeper so far. Really can't. Only conceded 1. I'm hoping we don't concede another today. I tell you what, Chelsea have had 2 pretty good chances, but the saving abilities of Diego have been pretty first class. This could be another one though here, and it is 1-0 to Chelsea. You can see that FM have nicely had an assist thing in there as well. But I just had a hunch. They've had quite a few chances. They've certainly been on top, and they take the lead. So I'm going to demand a bit more out of the lads. It is still early days here, but to see us in the first 20 minutes not have a shot is concerning. Rodrigo for Chelsea. Curtis Jones puts it in. James again. There's just far too much space for the Chelsea defenders. I'm going to get to a more attacking formation because we've definitely got the kudos up front to do something, but it's just not happening for us at the back. Chelsea dominating far too much on that score. So let's see if going more attacking will help us. That's, I think, the only way to get out of this. Messina Sierra. Can the tactic have a difference pretty quickly? It isn't, unfortunately, straight away. But we've had pretty much 50-50 possession. Starting to come back into the match now. Hopefully they don't take advantage and make it 2-0. Chukwueze makes it 2-0. And this was the game to show us how good we were. 2-0 down at Stamford Bridge to Chelsea, and it looks like it's all going to go to pot. I'm going to blame the new game update because it's something it's so easy to do, so easy to blame the update, and, well, it's not looking good for us here. If Chelsea go 3-0 up, I'm really worried. Wow. 3-0 Chelsea. Apparently it might be VAR offside. I can't see how it was. But if it is, then fair enough. But we are being dominated here by Chelsea. I don't know why. Can't really put my finger on it, but it's concerning. 2-0 down. I mean, at 3-0 it very much would have been game over. But I don't really know what's happening here. Again, I'm just sat in it and going, we've won our last 4 games. We've dominated them, in fact. So what on earth is going wrong? Livramento back out to Pat Meyer. It's certain that we need to get the next goal to stay in this football match. However, that is an absolutely dreadful pass from Pat Meyer. And puts really the pressure on our defenders. Miguel very nearly makes it 3-0 for Chelsea. Only one side in this game so far. Costa. Almeida. I'm going to change that instruction as well. I don't want to play out of the defence anymore. Seems like suicide, personally. Livramento, though, down the left. He's unusual to this left-hand side. Of course, a former Chelsea player. Joined for us for free. And has done really well. Messina. Lorenzo. Can we get a goal and get back into this football match? Lorenzo. Oh, I just half knew he was going to shoot from there. I just had a hunch he was going to shoot from there, and it's not worked out well. And if we don't get a goal before half-time, it is a long way back for us. And Messina's got a yellow card. I feel like it might be crucial why the game has decided to highlight that, but it's 3-0 Chelsea. Again, you'd hope this is a bit of a blip, but I would say it's game over for us. I can't see us getting back into this. I'm going to thrash the water... no, not throw the water bottle. Say we were terrible, because that's exactly what we were. Just not good enough. Really not. There's not really much more I can say. I think it's all over at half-time, unfortunately, here. 3-0 down. Really good start to our season, but we're certainly not going invincible this year. You can forget that. And we're going to lose our top-of-the-table spot for the first time. Really disappointing, though, after our really good start. And I hope this doesn't turn embarrassing, but personally to be 3-0 down is already embarrassing. Just hope we can get something out of this. I'm not going to change anything. I don't think we should, but it's 4-0 now. Again, just hope it's a one-game blip. And Chelsea just the better team on the day. Again, we can get a bit complacent. I guess there's that to it, but to go from only conceding 1 in our first 4 games, it's not really good enough. Sure, it's our first big test of the year, but from going to put 5 and 6 past teams to arguably going to concede 5 or 6 ourselves, it ain't good enough. Lorenzo, can we make this respectable? Lorenzo shoots, it's shocking, really is, from Lorenzo there. And with 25 minutes to go, it feels like I've not got a whole lot to talk about, apart from how embarrassing we've been today. Again, I might be being unfair, I don't know, but it's everything that could have gone wrong seems to have gone wrong. And it's now 5-0. Well, I just don't know what to say. I want to win the league this year. It's our 5th season now. And from the way we started, you would say, yeah, we can go for it. 5-0 down to our rivals, though. Not entirely sure about that. And I'm going to change to our more defensive tactic because I tell you what, this is just getting embarrassing. And all it seems to be doing with this more attacking approach is just setting us free at the back. I know we've made a few changes, I accept that, but it doesn't explain why we've been so impotent at the front. Sierra on the edge of the box. Cuts inside, shoots, it's way off. We've had chances today, we've had shots, 8 of them. Only troubled the keeper once with 1 on target. Just have to hold our hands up and say that Chelsea had been by far the better team today and unfortunately register our first Premier League loss of the year. Never nice to do that, but it happens. I guess it happens. So we're making a triple substitution here. I'm going to bring Demortier on at centre-back, Lewis Bates on its central midfield, and Alex Allen on in left wing. Again, just really resting players. There's not much tactics about it because 15 minutes to go. We just have to hold our hands up and say, game over, unfortunately, here. Chelsea have come out the victors today. Hopefully they don't at the end of the year, but again, it's not a great precedent to set against our rivals. I just hope that the next game against Roma is better. And hopefully, again, it's just a blip rather than a start of a bad run of form, because against Man United, maybe against Chelsea it might be the same, I don't know. That's not a penalty, for goodness sake, by the way. But I'd hope that we don't start to have a bad season because of this. Free kick for Chelsea. It might sound bitter here, but oh my God. Well, this is definitely a football match to forget. I'm just going to fast forward this now because I certainly don't want to see any more. I'm sure you guys don't. I mean, I just don't know how we've been so open at the back. I really don't. I'm hoping that this isn't, again, I don't want to overanalyse this, but for any team to lose 6-0, that's just absolutely dreadful. Yeah, humiliating. Well, after a jovial start, as Jerry Whittington says, I will concur with that. What a load of rubbish. Well, in the grump of ending the Everton game and the Chelsea game and trying to move on as quick as possible, I didn't show you our Champions League group, but it's definitely quite favourable this year. It's not easy. There's a chance we could go out, but I fancy ourselves top this one. We've been third seeds this year, so it makes it a little bit easier. Obviously, if we'd have been fourth seeds, we'd have had Roma, Lyon, again, probably another good side, and then us. So it would really put the pressure on. But there's Copenhagen, who are the fourth seed. Again, I can't see much problems there. The biggest side, really, are Roma, who won the Italian League last year. And that's who we're going to face at the BMD Stadium today. And then Lyon are in the group as well. But a good start we should have, hopefully. And this is the team that we will put out for it. So we put Livramento back on his native right-hand side. And we put the youngster Paolo Riccardo out on the left again. Should be okay. Very good player. I just think that, again, I want to keep things as stable as possible defensively. And putting Livramento back on that right-hand side satisfies that. Also, in efforts to make things as consistent as possible, Sierra's back to central attacking midfield. Tona's back on the left. Again, Benito, in one of our star players, is unfortunately not back to fitness yet. So he's going to miss out. But fingers crossed. It is a far better performance than last time. It was I think a joke isn't too harsh to say against Chelsea. You know, I think for any side to go and be beat 6-0 isn't great. We've dished out a few beatings this year. I'm just hoping it's not a Liverpool season. But I tell you what, I thought there was 5 at the back for some reason there from Roma. I was going 5-3-1-2. I was thinking, geez, that's defensive. But no, it's a 4-3-1-2. It's going to be tricky for us because they're going very much of a midfield focus, which we really don't have. Only 2 players in our midfield, so we might struggle against a stronger midfield for Roma today. It's not often in this game you see 3 in the midfield, so it'll be interesting to see how that dynamic looks. Brilliant, by the way, for Leeds United. Of course, the Champions League teams this year are a bit bonkers, and I've just tried to think how are Leeds in it, because I don't think they finished in the top 4 last year. In fact, I need to look at this. Did Leeds finish in the top 4? How do I get back onto the main screen? I'm sure Leeds didn't. I know why Leeds made it, because they won the Europa League. So if we got 5 English teams in, we have. So we've got Chelsea in Group B, us in Group C, Leeds in Group D because they won the Europa League, Man United in Group E, and Norwich in Group G. How bonkers! Completely bonkers, but I love it. We all love the future, and that's why. Again, panic over. Livramento nicely supplies Harrison Salkin. He scores his third goal of the season. And 11 minutes here, in here we lead at the BMD Stadium. Brilliant to have 5 English teams in the Champions League. I can't see Norwich doing very much in a group. I think we've Dortmund and Porto, is it, in their group? Can't see them doing much. But Leeds might struggle as well with Sporting and Valencia. That'll be a struggle. But Chelsea should be alright. Bayern Munich are a tough prospect, I suppose. But yeah, some interesting groups. And we took the lead. Lyon have as well. Again, you'd expect Lyon to go and beat Copenhagen. We've been pretty dominant so far, so that suggests to me that we're better going for our more attacking formation. Again, making the most of our dominance. But that might come back to bite us on the bum, because Roma aren't a bad side. However, with 60% of possession, you would suggest that we are getting most of the play. So good counter-attack here from Sierra Vandenberg. One-on-one with the keeper. 2-0 to the good for Everton. And it looks like panic over. Just an off day for us against Chelsea. And fingers crossed we don't have many more of those this year, because as I said, I think to go and eclipse Man United this time out, then we're going to have to do something that's pretty good. I would like for us to deliver a bit of a battering to Roma. That would be nice, just to to lick our wounds from the last match, but that's definitely not going to be, well, it's easier said than done. That's what the phrase I'm trying to come out with here. But Roma, the one player, Leo, tries to do it all by himself, and sometimes that's just not going to happen. 30 minutes in, though, here. 2-0 to the good for us. Good position to be in. 58% of possession. Solken's took a knock, so I'm not going to take any risks there. I'm just going to bring Reiss Nelson on for him, who gets little to no game time these days, unfortunately. Still a very good player at the age of 30, but because we've got so many good youngsters, and again, he's a winger, so he's lost a little bit of his pace. You know, Solken gets in the team over him. Ultimately, Solken is a player that's now worth £65 million, gets in the team every week. There's just no space for Reiss Nelson, unfortunately. Very happy with the way things have gone out there. Definitely makes me smile that I think that match against Chelsea was most certainly a blip. Don't really want to talk about it much more, though, but Frank Lampard has had the smile on that day. Lovely ball from Ricardo into the box. Excellent creativity from the youngster, who might well be making his debut for us tonight. But I'll tell you what, that's some cheeky stuff from Vandenberg. Gets in front of the keeper, and from that clearance, Reiss Nelson has an open goal. He gets his first goal of the year. Is it Vandenberg? Yeah, it is. Vandenberg gets in front of the keeper. I don't think I've seen that this year on FM, so that might be a new feature. No assist there from anybody. I mean, Vandenberg, it'll go down as a Vandenberg assist probably, but that is so unjust, it's unbelievable. But I'll tell you what, they're certainly second best today, and if this is the best team in the group, bring it on. Certainly by no means over from this first match, but again, this would be a very strong way to start our Champions League campaign. And of course, this is what, our fourth consecutive Champions League now. It's been a really good run we've had in the Champions League. And hopefully we can continue that this season. We're going to bring Tuanzebe on for Almeida, just looking at he's got a yellow card. We're 3-0 up. If Almeida goes off, you wouldn't predict it, but there could be a risk to us being open at the back. But just want to reduce any unnecessary risk there. So 20 minutes to go here at the BMD Stadium. Can we not sub him off? Oh, of course, we had the injury to Solken earlier. I completely forgot about that. So, not ideal. But it looks like Lyon's going to take the lead of the group at the end of the day. They've beaten Copenhagen 3-0. The same scoreline as it is here at the moment. Doesn't look like Copenhagen are going to really trouble the group, you wouldn't say. So, it'd be good to take 6 points against those. And hope that the other sides don't fare so well. But Lyon certainly have. We're 3-0 up here. 7 minutes to go. Can't see much change. Can we make the scoreline even more comfortable though? Satona cuts inside. Vandenberg again. Oh, no, maybe not. Roma might have a chance here. Godfrey hoofs the ball out. So really, apart from conceding 1 late goal against Leicester and 6 against Chelsea, our defence have started the season very well. A good number of clean sheets. Goal difference is going to be key. Again, against Man United, they had something ridiculous, like a 60 goal difference last year. So the less we can concede, the better. Again, that 6-0 isn't going to help. So I really need to stop thinking about that 6-0. Get it out of my mind. I don't think about us beating Leicester 6-1 all that much. It's funny in life how you can focus on the negatives far more than the positives. But this isn't a philosophy lesson. It's meant to be a Football Manager video. And Lyon are putting salt in the wounds for us. We go down to second in the group. How very, very terrible. Can we make it 4-0 here to respond to that Lyon roust of Copenhagen? It might be the other way around. Roma might get one back here, but good tackle from Sierra. Satona out on the left wing, cuts inside. What can he do? He's going to shoot here, isn't he? Yes, he is. But to be fair, it's more threatening than I thought he would have been from that distance. 60 seconds left. I don't know what the highlight's going to be unless it's a goal. I really hope it's not that terrible highlight which they had a few years ago of ending the match. We'll have 2-minute highlight to end the match. Why not? I don't think it would be. I'd have liked Robin Vandenberg to put a bit more effort in there to get the ball. Vieira puts the ball in. Ricardo puts it out. I can't see much coming of this. Vandenberg. Nelson. Can we get a late goal? Nelson. No. Again, I'm really not getting the point of this highlight. Is it just meant to show me this game's end-to-end football and we've been lucky to win 3-0? I don't know. But there we go. End of the match. It's fair to say, 2 real massive different matches there. Diego Costa was man of the match against Chelsea. You would suggest he probably wasn't man of the match. Against Roma here. You would suggest that he definitely wasn't man of the match in that first match of the episode against Chelsea. But again, we'll put that one behind us. A very good game in the Champions League, and it's good stuff. Sorry to be cliche, we have to come back for the Man United match. We have to. So we'll come back for Manchester United and probably the match against Southampton. Tottenham, Blackburn, West Ham and Lyon. 4 victories, I'd say. I don't see much of a hiccup there. 2 of those matches away at home, where we tend to fare very well. West Ham, can't see us tripping up. Against Lyon could be a big match, so we might come back for Lyon and Man United, but probably more likely Man United and Southampton. Good episode there in the Champions League. Not terrible in the Premier League, but again, 5 wins and 5. I guess it would have been nice, but we march on. We carry on. If you enjoyed that though, folks, make sure to leave a like down below. Comment your thoughts as well, and subscribe for regular Football Manager 21 content. Thank you for your company today, and I'll see you guys in the next video of mine. Goodbye for now.